Good morning, guys. It's August 7th, about 5 o'clock, 5:30ish in the morning. Got up early, decided to start working on the Subaru. I was able to get some sleep, basically catching up from the Dragon trip. And let me tell you, 16 plus hours of driving for the NSX without a hiccup. I didn't doubt it. That's why I took the car. So, but anyway, today is going to be pretty much. Oh, for those of you who's just seeing this video that don't know what I'm talking about, so I went to the tail of the Dragon, took the NSX, and it should be, the fact that I'm doing these videos in sequence, it should be the previous post to this. So if you guys want to check it out, took my buddy Jordan with me and had a great time. But anyway, so as you can see, I already started swapping out hoses. I was only able to get a replacement hose for the oil line. There is another line that I need to try and get, and I'm going to go to the auto parts store to try and find it, something similar. Where is that hose? Oh, it's still in the car. Basically, it's like a C shape, and trying to find something equivalent so that I can put it on here. And I could do that later, but for now, I am planning on putting this onto connecting it to the exhaust. I just need to tighten this little piece right here, and this is kind of somewhat loose. Well, it was loose. What happened? Okay. So I'll tighten up anyway. Probably just the angle in which I have it sitting on the ground. So I'm going to be for this video, I'm going to be putting that back, and this piece right here bolts up to the block, and that flange is, of course, this is the up pipe. It connects down to the header. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. I'm also going to try and install the front mount, the rad, and have new hoses for the inlet and outlet to the heater core. I'm going to do that as well. And I do have the cylinder 4 coolant mod, and I'm going to have to cut one of those hoses. So let's see, what else can I do today? Probably, if anything, give the NSX a wash. She's kind of needing it because of the trip, so kind of give her a little bit of attention. But anyway, let's get started. Let's get this thing going. At least this way, this weekend will get us much closer to this build, and maybe come tomorrow I'll go ahead and order the AOS so that we can do that next. And there may be a little bit of a lag after that because of funding. I still got to get the fuel set up. I got to get ignition coils and the oil control valves, and those are pretty penny. So it may take a while before I can continue the progress on this STI, but at the very least, we got the motor in. It's just a matter of also getting the main pulley and putting the belts on. Also getting the battery. I had to give my battery to a buddy that was storing his FD here for a while. Yep, enough talking, and let's get started and get this show on the road, so to speak. Okay, so I got the turbo setup put in. Unfortunately, I need to take it back out. Reason being is I forgot to put or attach this port first to the short block, and it's easier for me to do it that way first rather than having to fight under this cramped space. And also, probably the better idea is to pull out the turbo so that I can install the dump tube for the wastegate. Instead of having to, again, fight for space and do it up top with the setup installed. The downpipe might be a little tricky. I might have to remove that stud. Maybe I need to do that. Also, to clear installing the downpipe, because the downpipe, for some odd reason, the previous owner, I guess it's the O2 sensor, or it could be the air fuel sensor. He welded it onto the bung. So it's not like you can just unscrew the sensor and get the clearance, but yeah, I may have to remove that stud first, just so that I can get the clearance, because I'm not gonna have the clearance between the firewall and the hot side to be able to put in the downpipe. Yeah, okay, so I guess it's not as quick and easy as I thought this was gonna be. So that is the port that I'm talking about, and the other end is this, but this has to go, has to be attached to the short block. So it goes like this so that you guys can see. Hopefully I captured that on the video right, because I can't see. You guys are probably seeing it right side up, where I was seeing it upside down. But anyway, so need to get the 2 copper gaskets on there, put the banjo bolt, and find the hose on the auto parts store, and we should be able to be back in business. Also, this is the dump tube. It's a V-band setup, and I need to attach it there before I put this in. And also, let me go upside down again. Let me go ahead and remove the tape over the header now, so that I don't have to wrestle with that later. So who says Evo's and STI can't get along? Evo's been a huge part of this build, taking me to and from the dealership and to the parts stores. But anyway, so I'm back. So this is what I needed to replace. It's a hose that could very well be an OEM part. It has a heat shield on there because it's near the hot side of the turbo. But I just decided to create my own. Well, not necessarily create, but you know what I mean. But should be enough of I should be able to route it enough so that, or bend it enough so that it doesn't kink, and just decided to use flexible heat tape around it. And you know, I mean, I should have checked to see if this was an OEM part, but since I had an aftermarket turbo, I just decided to just not do it. But I guess I just shot from the hip. I guess maybe a little bit of impatience on my part. But also, I'm not going to be using these worm clamps. I do have a hole, and I've already had that, and I've already done it for the other hose. But I'm going to look to see if I have one that's the right size that'll provide enough clamping force for that size hose. So this is, I'm not sure that if I even have one, but this is the one that might work. So anyway, let me get that in. So the first thing I'm going to do is slip it on the pipe first, because it's going to be a hard reach for me once I get the whole turbo set up in. So yeah, let's see if we can make this all work. Oh, I gotta go grab the dump tube. So hopefully today we'll have most of the stuff kind of gone, because it'll be in the car. So unfortunately I cannot find the nut for this so that I can tighten that. So I am going to have to make another run to the parts store. So the new hose actually probably works out better. So I don't know if you guys can see that C right there. There. That's a lot better than the previous one where it actually did more of a. Hey, let me get this. So as opposed to it being closer to the hot area, the radius kind of extended out, so it's further out this way as opposed to in a little bit more direct towards the hot area of the turbo housings. Excuse me. So, yep. So as you guys can tell from the lighting, it's evening. It's actually 1 o'clock in the morning. Same day, actually the following day, if I needed to be technical. But I didn't get to continue to do what I wanted, or what I said I was going to do. I did something though that was car related. I had to go to Maryland to pick up a new laptop so that I can continue editing the backlog of videos that I have concerning this garage. So yes, I have months worth of backlog because my current computer can't handle the processing speed that this new camera, the GoPro Max, requires. So my son had to pick up parts for his computer build, and my daughter wanted a few things for, well, she's already got her PC built, but she wanted to get some items for her computer as well. So we spent the day going to Maryland, had some seafood, spent some time with them, and I thought I was gonna have some time to work on this after I got back, but unfortunately the new laptop that I got had some updates that it needed to run through, and that was causing a lot of problems with the Wi-Fi settings and Wi-Fi network adapter. So I spent most of my time trying to get that going. My son helped out a great deal. He got that going for me. Got to a point where I just kind of almost wanted to take the damn thing and throw it out the window. But anyway, so hopefully throughout the week, I've got a full work week that I can kind of stitch up some things that I said I was going to do in piecemeals. Tomorrow, during lunch, and maybe tomorrow evening, I will finish the turbo setup installed and completed. Basically installing this Grimspeed layered gasket that I got for the up pipe and the header, and connect the appropriate oil lines, and maybe go even further. And so there's the thing. I still need to make sure I need to tighten up that dump tube, remove that stud so that I can clear the downpipe. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty much for the turbo setup. Then, maybe the following day, do the hoses that's for the inlet and outlet that goes to the heater core, and as well as maybe get the radiator done. So I may need to kind of go ahead and order the fans. I think that's when, well, no, I think I'm going to go order the AOS tomorrow, just so that I can get it midweek or sometime at the end of the week and do the install for that. So the build is getting a little closer. Anyway, so decided to give a quick update as to what happened for this day, just so that you guys can kind of get the real feel of what it's like to kind of go through working on a project car. It's not what you would normally see on YouTube, where they go through it within 10 minutes or with what seems to be like, an entire build within a weekend. So, all right. So I'll talk to you guys later, and hopefully tomorrow I can get some things done.